All right, so now on to the work. So we're going to click on here to open up our Google slide. Now, I don't want you to pay attention to the numbers because what I did was took a Google slide that was, 2 days worth of stuff and broke it down for yesterday and today. So just don't pay attention to the numbers. They're a little jumbled around, so just don't pay attention to that part. But what we're going to pay attention to is the questions inside of them. So slide 20, which is our number 1, is just a regular fraction problem with unlike denominators. But then when you go up to 25, we have our whole numbers, which makes them mixed numbers. And it's the same thing. You're just going to type them in like that. Then I have 4 problems down here. So what I'm going to do is do one from each of the different types of problems that you have today. So we're going to work on this one first. So I'm going to write it down, 2/3 plus 2/10. Okay. All right. So 2/3 plus 2/10. I'm going to make my every time, you've got to make sure that you make this like little formula chart. All right. Well, let's think about what our common multiple would be here. If we made an M and put our 3 on top and our 10 on top, where could we go? All right, so 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. Why do I miss 3 times 9 every time I do that? 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 10 is 30. 10 times 2 is 20. 10 times 3 is 30. Okay, so 30 is going to be our common denominator. All right, so what did I do to 3 to get to 30? Well, I multiplied by 10. What you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So 2 times 10 is 20. What did I do to the 10 to get to 30? Well, you multiplied by 3. So what you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. And that's going to be 6. Now I'm ready to add. Okay, 30 is my denominator. So 20 plus 6 is 26. I can't leave it like that. I've got to divide. And I would say if you are very unsure on what to divide this by, if they are both even numbers, divide it by 2. And the worst case, you'll just have to divide again. But 26 divided by 2 is what? What would 26 divided by 2 be? Well, if you don't know, let's go over here and work it out real quick. Okay. 2 goes into 2 one time. 1 times 2 is 2. Let's Siri, bring down your 6. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6, and you're done. So that's going to be 13. And then 30 divided by 2 is 15. Okay. So like I said, if you get to a fraction problem or an answer that needs to be reduced and you're not really sure what to reduce it by, but they're both even numbers, reduce it by 2. And then chances are you may have to reduce it again, but it's still, you're only dividing it by 2. So it's not terrible. All right. I'm going to put this answer in there. Okay. So you're 1 down. All right. Whoa, that was loud. Okay. So let's go on and do this one. 4 1/8 plus 5 3/8. Guys, fourths. I got new pens and they are just fabulous. I treated myself to some new pens. And I'm just so happy I did. There is not much better a teacher. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things teacher likes, but teacher loves new pens. I'll tell you that. Okay. Can 4 go into 8? Yes. So if 4 can go into 8, then 8 is going to be our common denominator. All right. I've got my whole numbers here. I'm going to circle those in a cool color because, why not? Because I got them sitting here. And I'm going to circle them so I don't forget them. All right. You could even go ahead and go 4 plus 5 is 9 and just have it sitting there waiting. All right. What did I do to 8 to get to 8? You multiplied by 1. And then what I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. 1 times 1 is 1. What did I do to 4 to get to 8? Well, I multiplied that by 2. What you do to the bottom, you got to do to the top. Okay? And now I'm ready to go. 1 plus 6 is 7. So my complete answer is 9 7/8. I do not have to reduce that. I'm ready to go. Oops. And 7/8. Okay. And then the last one we're going to do together is this. So there are 4 word problems, and what they're wanting you to do is to solve it, obviously. But you can, I just made myself laugh. They want you to put in the fractions the way that they need to be solved, and then use these. I don't know why I'm laughing so much. Move these movable. Okay, I had to compose myself for a second. I've been doing so many videos today that I think I finally just cracked a little bit. Okay, we're back. So they want you to read this word problem and solve it, but you need to type in the fractions where they go, and then move around if you have a minus or addition sign, and then the equal sign. Okay, the Cornerstone Bakery makes many cupcakes each day. On Tuesday, 1/4 of the cupcakes were chocolate and 5/8 of the cupcakes were vanilla. How many more cupcakes were vanilla? All right, so this is tricky because you have to know which fraction is the biggest. Because if you subtract, the wrong way, it's not gonna work. So 1/4 of the cupcakes were chocolate and 5/8 of the cupcakes are vanilla. How many more cupcakes are vanilla? So it's letting me know in the word problem that 5/8 is the biggest fraction. And I'm going to, if many more, that tells me subtraction. I'm going to put addition right here. Equal sign. And then 1/4 goes right here. So this is what the next 3 problems will be. So you just fill it out all the way, work it out. 5/8 minus 1/4. Okay. And I'm going to say times equals. All right. How many times will 4 go into 8? Is it possible? Does 4 go into 8? Yes. So 8 is going to be our denominator. What did I do to 8 to get to 8? You multiplied by 1 on the top and the bottom. 5 times 1 is 5. What did I do to 4 to get to 8? You times by 2. 1 times 2, and that is 2. All right? Okie dokie. So the denominator's down there, and I subtract 5 minus 2, and that is 3. So 3/8. There are 3/8 more vanilla cupcakes than chocolate. So you're just going to put your answer here. And you do not, you don't have to type in this. You could say there are 3/8 more vanilla cupcakes than there are chocolate. You could say that. But as long as you get this part done, I'll be happy. All right, that is it. That only leaves you with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's only 13. That's not bad. And then you'll have an exit ticket after this, and then you are on to science. All right. See you later, crocodile. Actually, see you later, alligator. Yep, that's what it is. All right, bye, y'all.